morning.
Morning. I'm very happy to be here after more than 3.5 years. And like Professor Zamanika also tell you about me, I came here in 2016 to took my PhD with the major is development study. And I feel a little bit not really difficult. You had concern about the major and study about development study. Yeah. So I will talk a little bit about that if you would like to know more on what I have learned so far for 4 years for my PhD degree. But actually I have very happy times at the Pakasayana and in the Yunnan environment. Happy about that and happy to come back here to meet my lecturer, with my friends, with all people here. So about me, that is my full name. Quite long, isn't it? So just call me Pham. Pham at the end. So yeah, because we have different the order of the name. Like Chinese, we have the first name at the first name first, and then the family name is first, and my name is the end, so just call me Pham. Yeah, Pham Pham is my name in short. Yeah, I love to be called just Miss Pham. That's fine for me. And now I'm working in Giang University. Have you ever been to Vietnam or other country like Malaysia, Laos, or Thailand? Not yet. So I love in the future you will be there. So my country is, my university is the southwest of Vietnam, near the border with Cambodia. Yeah. So from my city to the border with Cambodia, just about 60 kilometers. So about 1 hour to travel by car. So and one step you can arrive to Cambodia land, and one step back is the Vietnamese land. So if you visit our university and our country, I will give you that feeling. Because some of my friends in Indonesia says because your island is large, your country is a lot of island and very large. So if you have to have the feeling one step to arrive to another country. So you will have that feeling when you be with me in my country and my university. And my university is the public university, and now it's the member of Vietnam National University in Ho Chi Minh City. Yeah. So if you type on the Google, you will see the Vietnam National University, and An Giang University is the member of that. So for my major is I did my bachelor degree is rock science, so a little bit related to agriculture. And for my master degree, I took the master degree on sustainable rural development, and later on for the doctoral degrees with the major on development study. So it's like me move from single major to multidiscipline. So I'm concerned many fields in the rural society rather than focus on one thing. So like now I'm thinking about the holistic circumstance, the overview, the many aspects of the society, including agriculture, science, and plus social science together. Yeah. So now I'm working in the Department of Development and Natural Resource Management. It belongs to Agriculture Faculty under An Giang University. Yeah. So that's all about me. So happy to be here, and I would like you can very shortly tell me about your name and where you come from. I already you in the third year here with the 6 semester. So can you tell me?
Okay, thank you for the opportunities. My name is Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanessa, nice to meet
I
you.
am from Padang.
Oh, Padang. Yeah.
My name is Lisa Alini, maybe you can call me Lisa, and I'm from Limapurkota region. Limapurkota region.
Another outside Padang.
Yes.
Sorry, I had.
Yes.
Miss. Yes.
Hi, my name is Lily. You can call me Eka. I come from Jambi City, another province from West Sumatra.
West Sumatra. But your province also in this island?
I'm this one of the district in West Sumatra.
Oh, I see. Yes. So I will do later on. And how about you?
Hi.
Hi.
I am Fania Andrea, but you can call me Fania.
I'm very too. Yeah. Hi, Miss.
Hi, my name is Nihal Mala. You can call me Mala. I came from Jambi province in the middle of Sumatra.
In the
Side
side.
of Susu.
Okay. Hi.
My name is Rodana. You can call me Rana. And I'm from Jakarta.
Jakarta. Yes. And lucky boy.
You can call me Hafiz. I'm from Riau province. It's the river.
Rio Robin.
Riau.
Oh, Rio Robin.
Yeah, it's around 10 hours from here. Way up. 10 hours.
Yeah. But Rio Robin is very familiar
Yeah.
to me. I haven't been here.
Yes, nearby province.
Yeah.
But compared to Vietnam, it's far because our one province maybe part of your country. Half of your country is one province. Yeah.
Because I have about 10 hours by car.
Yeah.
Like, you know, one province in my country, if you travel by car, just about 1 or 2 hours.
Just like this trip here.
You know, my country is about the area, just about Sumatra. Yeah. How about this?
Hi, my name is Dina. You can call me Ayn. I'm from Padang region.
Okay, Dr. Pham, I leave you with them.
Yeah.
I'll come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good luck, yeah, on your class. Yeah. Hi, Prof. Ali. So sorry, I have to leave because I have meeting with Dean at the university. Yeah. We are going to introduce our fast track from monodiscipline to multidisciplinary. Yeah. Have a seat.
Yes.
Yeah. So please this agribusiness class, I bring them here. So we better rest for them to study. Yeah. Thank you for
Very nice.
yeah. See you. Yeah.
Thanks for coming to the interview. Thank you.
Please, yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
See you. Totally practice your English, yeah? It's very problem in different country, yeah? Okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So, I would like to introduce Professor Ali. Did you know him? Not yet.
I am not the famous people anymore,
Yeah. So I just mentioned about Vietnam, and I asked have they ever been there? So the person behind you have been to my country 19 times. Yes. 19 times. Yes. He works with our university very close to exchange students from 2016 or 15?
13.
13. Oh,
Yeah.
from 2013.
I signed the MOU on November 13, 2013.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah. Almost 10 years to have the relationship with our university. And I tell you, one of the reasons I come here this time is also I accompany with a group of the students, about 10 students from my university for the inbound program in Indonesia for 1 month. And right now they are in the Pusat, Pusat Bahasa to learn about Bahasa, for them to communicate. Yeah. So, but my bahasa Indonesia is very delicate. So, I do apologize about it. Yeah. So, yesterday, Professor Giang asked me to mention about research method in general. And later on, can I talk more about the study, the research I'm doing in Vietnam right now? It's not finished yet, but because you are with the topic is research method and you are writing the proposal now, so I just discussed with Badon. I will ask you to share the proposal and what you are going to do and what method you think you will apply for your research. Not in very heavy pressure. Just discuss with your friends from the country, from another country, to share with you, and I will do my best to support you if I could, in terms of your major related to your research. Yes. So that's okay. Nice to meet you all. Okay. Yes. So, alright, I say so. For the talk about 1.5 hours this morning, I mentioned about general about research method. In very general, I just would like to. You don't have to write anything. I can send it to you later. And just give me the email address. You do it. Yeah. It's not very perfect because that is my best. I did it last night based on my experience and together with your major and your experience. I think that the one I can give it to you. Yeah, certainly. So very general about research method. I would like to highlight the key points, very important to you. Not very in literature review, what is research method, and how can you do about that. A lot of books you can search on the internet with a lot of tips. People can encourage you or people can advise you to do that. But on myself, I just want to highlight what is really important. Based on nearly more than 20 years, I work in the academic research side. And later on, I like to refresh and to introduce the case study in the Mekong Delta. I think it's more interesting. Some area you haven't been there, and hopefully in the future you have a chance or opportunity to visit us. And you know, it's very, very different from the Padang you're living here. Although I know you have the delta, but in the Mekong Delta it's very flat. Very flat. We don't have mountain. But in the Mekong Delta, only our province, we have little mountain. You know why I use the word little? Because the mountain is very small in comparison with the mountain you have here. So you can imagine the big delta, very large delta, about 4 million hectares. You know, when people talking about the Mekong Delta, this delta located in both Cambodia and Vietnam. And have you heard about the Mekong Delta? Not yet? Not yet. Mekong River. Mekong Delta is lying at the end of the Mekong River. So for each big river, at the end when the river normally meets the sea, they will establish the delta. Yeah. So I will give you the picture later on. Do you have any delta in Indonesia? Tell me the delta.
Yes.
Yes.
On the eastern part of the Sumatra Island, this is delta.
Yeah.
In Jambi province, Riau, and also in South Sumatra.
Yeah.
But not as large as in Vietnam.
Yeah, you have the delta. Yeah. So come back with the Mekong Delta. So when I often tell you, I say Vietnamese Delta. That means I mean 4 million hectares in Vietnam and the 2 million hectares in Cambodia. So in general, when people in the world say the Mekong Delta, that means the Delta belongs to both Cambodia and Vietnam. So we, the Cambodia in the upper part and Vietnamese in the lower part with about 4 million hectares. Yeah. And every year we produce a lot of rice for national security food and also for export. And research problem, question and objective, I just highlight the key one and also some findings of my research. Yes. So what do you think about the research? Can you tell me honestly? No need to read in the books based on what you understand. Can you tell me? Just tell me. What is research? I don't like any academic, isn't it? Actually, they is like that. What is research? The research is something new, or you can have it in your hand. So, what up to now? What do you think? What is research? Yes, yes,
We
please.
want to verify a phenomenon.
Okay, okay. To find something about phenomenon or something. Okay, so that is new or that is just small or medium, or what do you think?
It depends on what kind of phenomenon that you want to study.
Yes, yes, that's perfect. And how about you?
For me, research is an analyzing of an event.
Yeah, analyzing of the event. So different aspect. Yeah, so you look for the phenomenon, so you analyze. How about you?
Research. I think that it's being sensitive the other, like analyze something happened and something we want to make sure is it true or not.
Okay, so you look for the truth, true or not. You want to test it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to test it. So how about you, the lucky man?
I think research is about like our analysis to solve some problem with knowledge. So we
Yeah.
get some collect some data and try to find out the solving
Yeah.
method.
So, can you tell me honestly, do you scared when you read the word research letters at the first time? Scared?
Yes.
I did! Do you know why? Yeah, I did. Some word is not familiar with me,
Yeah.
not at all. Yeah, research methodology and everything about the book about research ethics. Yes, it's very hard to find a book about the research method, very thin one. You see? And students often very scared about the research because they think research is something is far away. Yes, and something is big and huge and hard to be familiar with. Do you know the reason why? Because the student often think about something is huge and they want to explore, they want to find out something is really big and hard to do and take time to do. And to do that, they often think research is very difficult to do or something like that. But it's not like that. Research is something for you, like you first to learn about something, to discover about something, to try something, but in the scientific ways, not in your way, in the ways people on the world accept about it. Because when you explore about something in the scientific field, people will accept that. People will array and follow that worldwide. You can do by yourself in the way you think. But actually, how can you apply that resource in the world's knowledge, in the academic knowledge of the world? That's what is research.
Very simple, isn't
cannot. In order to make your knowledge to become the world knowledge, it's very difficult for you to understand how people in the world often do. And we have to follow. We have to, based on the in the past, we need to know what the people in the past do, and based on our results, their results, we build up our new research. That also takes time, because if you do something people already done, you waste time. Yeah, you waste money. Yeah, and no one accept that because people already announced about that. So you have to do something for you. Yeah. So when you starting to write the proposal, that's something for you. Yeah. And later on, when people mention about that, people will sign your name. Okay, that is from her, from you, from something, and that belongs to you forever. If some people discover something new, they may debate to your research. You may wrong or you write on forever, but later on people will do it. And that is the process of research. Very simple, isn't it? Yeah. It is, just say, it is. Before we do that, we have to have the feeling to be friends with the research later. Yeah, so give us the feeling to happy, to be friends, to be close with that one. Yeah, rather than just scared. Okay, no, not my friend. so what is research? You can find many answers in the internet, in the books. But in generally, that is you something. You want to know something. You question, you inquiry about the circumstance or the situation or something you want to know. Yes, just simple. Okay. So this one. The main research is find something true that is hidden and not yet discovered. Yeah. So the word highlight not been discovered yet. Not been discovered yet. I remember the first time when I came here to get my PhD. Unfortunately, Professor Kenny, you know him? Yeah, he passed away. I know, very sad. But he told me, no novelty, no PhD. Novelty, that's something new. If I could not find something new in my PhD research, I could not ever finish my PhD. PhD is something challenge. Is you have to announce something new before other people. If many people at the same thing and someone announce public in the journal, in the something in the public communication before, then that belong to them, that not belong to you anymore. So you may have to do it again. So that is a challenge for PhD, not for us. So don't worry. So you try to do something not being discovered. So for the write proposal, when you write a proposal, you have to show for your teacher what it have not been discovered. That is the research. Yeah. So in your proposal, teacher often where your research gap? Where your research gap? You find out. Have you heard about that? Research gap? Yes. Tell me about it. Just tell me about that. How can you identify the research gap? Sorry? Have you ever heard research gap? Yes, perfect. Tell you.
Research gap is the like knowledge about people that different with the situation with right? Like the theory is not matched with the situation.
Yeah. But how can you find the research gap? The ways you identify the research gap? Okay. The data. The data. Is it enough? The data. You have to read a lot of books. You have to read a lot of publications. in the same major, in the same field of study, you would like to do the research. And you look for Mr. A do this, Mr. B do this, Miss C do this, and no one do that. That's something you would like to do. That is, you encourage the community, encourage your lecturer. That is something people haven't done that. I want to do. It's very simple, right? But it takes time because you have to read a lot of journals, a lot of articles, a lot of books, a lot of newspapers to identify. So remember something very simple for me. You have to think about something not covered yet, and then to decide it will belong to you. That if in the future, if you do that, that the results will belong to you. So it's okay. It's very simple. Remember that for me. Yeah, I also mentioned about that. The ways you do the research is how to follow the scientific way, not on your way. You may create something new for you, but later on, if you convene our audience, you convene the lecturer, and you convene the teacher, that your way is right, and later on, your way may be add to the scientific way later on. But right now, you have to show your ability to do the research in the scientific way. That is the way people all the world all agree about. You know? Yes. So that is the way people all agree about that. So very simple. You look for something people haven't discovered yet, and to identify what you would like to discover, and do it in the way of all the scientific agree about it. Okay. So in your class, you see that project again, I think. Have you seen that? Not yet? Not yet, okay. Don't worry. So, if you write the proposal, you are here. Yeah, you are here. Yeah. Is it? So, can you read it? And maybe I one step forward when I give you this project, but don't worry about the rest one. You step by step finish that when you arrive to the 8th semester. Trust me. But now you are here. The teacher asks you to read a lot of books, to read a lot of articles, to read a lot of journals, and to identify the topic you would like to do. Yeah, so you are in this one. So I let it because I don't know what the state is like. So that is the one you are. Formulate the research problem. Yeah. So you are in this stage, the first stage of doing the research. So you have to think about something you would like to do. How can you do that? Here I say, the problem you want to study, you must decide the area of interest or aspect in the matter you would like to understand about it. Yeah. So that is very simple, but you have to decide it in specific. Clear? The more it's clear, the easier you do in the future. You cannot do something very very general. I would like to do that, but how can you do that? It needed, you know. Like as you say, I go into Vietnam. But how can you go to Vietnam? You can go to by boat. You can go to by airplane, but you cannot go by. Can you go to Vietnam by train, Professor?
No.
No, not yet. Maybe in the future. No, not by train. So you can either go by boat or an airplane. You have to tell people why you choose to go by boat. because it's convenient for you, because your finance is suitable for both, because you would like to observe the sea, because you have your friend accompany with you for 1 week, maybe. Because if you take the boat, it may time it longer than you on airplane. It doesn't matter which vehicle you would like to take, but it depends on the result you would like to discover. You arrive in Vietnam is the app, but I would like to take the flight because I have money and I only have 4 hours or 1 day to travel. That's my decision. But very rare I have to arrive in Vietnam. That is the one you would like to do. And when I arrive in Vietnam, I get the stamp of the Vietnamese government. That's it. And 1 week later, you get the stamp of the Vietnamese government. But during the trip, what I can write about during the trip is on airplane, very warm. Like the fish in the like the fish in the container. People sit in every seat and only move when you go to the toilet. That is the difficulty. But the convenience is very fast, self-calm and anything. You can write about it. And tell people, okay, if your situation is like that, you can choose go by plane, to take the flight by the airplane. But for the group of people, if they would like to take a boat, they can write a book about the journey to Vietnam by boat. How many it costs, and you see what on the way you go to Vietnam from Indonesia. You see how many islands. You see any fish, any dolphin say hello with you on the journey. You go there. You see, that's your choice, and the people will see what's something new with you. And if people, oh, I would like to see dolphin on the way. I just want to give example. I will take a photo. Then you can give the people advice later on. If you would like to take the boat, you should prepare something for your journey. You shouldn't bring that. You should take that with you because of what? That is, yeah. If you're the first one to write about that, people will remember you. Because say something about the journey to Vietnam by bus is yours. Some people behind you, they may do that, but they have to find something different from your writing. If not, they copy from you. You see? It's very simple. But you have to identify something belong to you. And people have to remember you because of that. Probably it's just one word or one slogan. Go to Vietnam, take the boat. It's your choice. Or something. Yeah. But people will remember you about that. So I would like to give that picture for you. It's very simple. This is the research. Yeah? And this is the way you do your research. Because you have to identify very specific. And the ways you do, that's up to you. But you have to think about that in detail. In detail, that means how many times you have, the finance you have, and what you want to do. For the people to take the flight, they don't want to observe the landscape or anything. They just want to be quick, to be in Vietnam, to do something. Yeah, but for people to have time, they can explore that and feel happy. Really? Yes. And now think about what I told you and apply it in the idea you would like to do for your proposal. So I don't know about your proposal yet, but think about it in the ways you would like to do, rather than this is a heavy task your teacher give it to you. And think about it. That's not just the subject. You finish because you would like to finish your master, your degree of aero technology. This, no, it's not. Agribusiness, not like. It's something you would like to do, something you're willing to do because of because of your interest. You see? Yeah, so later on, I would like you to share with me what you would like to do. It's not in detail yet, but right now you already have the idea. So, let me. You see? So I looked on the internet and I found some pictures. It may related to your major. Because my background is rock science, I'm just concerned about the quality of the soil. The fertilizer, the pesticides, the variety, the seedling or something to support the seedling and the plant later on to grow well. But on your major, you concern a lot about how much it costs to produce the crop and how farmer make decision to choose that crop or this crop or interacting or whatever they do related to the finance issue. So I think this picture is big. That is your choice. How much money should be for one plant? That is your major. Is it? So that is the time for you. Yeah. So I talk a lot. And that's the time for me to listen from your share. Sharing with me what you're going to do and why you would like to do that. Just really. Yeah. The one you would like to do and why you would like to do that. Yes. Someone already have that and someone still shy and someone is still don't be shy. Don't be shy, to be honest. You know, when I was a student, I have to, you know how many times I did it. I have to revise it. I don't remember how many times, to be honest. Yeah. And I really scared of my teacher because at the time I don't understand about research method. Something is like in the concrete, you know, in the jungle. Method, hypothesis, report, the knowledge, the gap, everything around me. Like I was in the jungle. You know the jungle, the forest, the very thick forest, very jungle. Maybe you don't know the ways should you go. Yes. You meet your teacher this time. The teacher give you the idea, and then 1 week later, maybe another idea. And another week later, maybe back to the last idea. You know the reason why. You know the reason why your teacher do that. You know? They know, they remember exactly. They ask you to do the research topic. I'm sure. Sure. And you sometimes think, why the teacher asked me to do something? He already canceled it and now he would like me to do it again. It happened in your mind. I know. And I can read it by the feeling of my student. But you know why it happened? I tell you later, but you need to tell me the topic you want to do first and why you do that.
I'm sorry, I need to go to somewhere.
Oh yes, yes, please. Emergency. Don't be shy, just share. Yes, please.
My name is Lisha.
Yes.
So I want to study focus on cost transportation.
Cost
Transportation.
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 Transportation. Yeah, transportation.
So it's one of part of operation research, and it's my subject is one of my company in Padang.
Yes.
Focus on cooking oil.
Cooking oil. Yeah. Palm cooking oil.
Not palm cooking oil, but minyak. The product of the cooking oil.
Oh yes. Yes.
So
Can be coconut or others together.
no, it's just like oil. Oil from the coconut.
Yes.
So actually, I want to find out like they do distribution.
Yes.
So how many costs that they purchase to do transportation.
Yeah.
So what the reason why I interest for this topic because I think like I didn't realize before if transportation is the important thing from production cost. And when I read a lot, actually cost transportation have big impact for cost production.
Yes. Thank you. So, you would like to do about the cost of transportation? But because I don't know the situation in Indonesia, so in Vietnam, the cost is very important, and we often have something like the middleman. I don't know, do you have the middleman or not? Or the own company can contact with the farmer and collect all the products, or the middleman can do that. Did you know the middleman? Middleman is the person who come to the farmer to buy product and then gather with the large and then take all of that back to the sell to the company. In Vietnam we have, is it happen here? Yeah. So in Vietnam we have two times. The company can have the contract with farmer, and in this case, the company will have the car or some vehicle to go to the field and collect all the product. And another way is the middleman will do that. So in your case, which one you would like to focus? In Indonesia, they have two types. You don't have to answer me, just my thinking when you do that. And in your proposal research later, you will work with both company and then with farmer. That means how do you get the data? Have you think about that? Have you talk about that?
I have think about that actually.
Yes.
I think like actually I focus on how the company
Yes.
like distribute the product to consumer actually.
Ah,
Not
this
from the
product.
farmer.
Oh, sorry.
So the data that I can get is from the company because I must know how they purchase to do the transportation to distribute the product.
Yeah, sorry. So I misunderstand. So she will study another part, the product, and then
Yeah.
distribute to the consumer. Yes. So later on, you may work with the company, and you may get the idea from consumer to understand which way to be satisfied for the consumer. Yeah. Do I willing to pay that cost to get that service? Because distribute of the company that the service for the consumer. Can be the product arrive to the supermarket or the local market or the other ways. So you may do that. So I'm happy to know that. Yeah. Later on, you may have a very interesting topic about how the oil company can distribute their product to the consumer. And later on, if you find something special, yes, and the companies think this may be useful for them in the future, they may enjoy it. Yeah, based on that. Okay. So thank you. How about you?
So the topic of my research is environmental system analysis using deep set framework.
Invite.
It's called deep set framework.
Deep set framework.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that.
And
Don't worry.
and the case study is about the decrease of fish population.
Fish population.
Yeah, in Lake Singara. And the reason why I choose this topic is because in this semester we have natural resource and environmental economics subject.
Yes.
And also in Lake Singara itself, they have a problem with the decrease of fish population.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the community activities near Lake Sikara mostly is a fisherman.
Yes.
So I would like to know what is the cause of the decreased population of fish. And
Yeah. So that means that the fishermen will be the vulnerable group of people there. So you would like to look for the cause. If the degree of fish reveal and how group of people will be affected. That's very interesting topic as well. Do you want to add something, Professor?
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting topic to,
Yeah.
to do the research. What it caused and why the number of fish in the Sikara Lake tend to decrease from time to time.
Yeah.
Because maybe the use of electricity, or maybe because of the pesticide that go to the lake from the rice field around the lake, and also maybe overfishing,
Yeah,
overfishing.
overfishing.
Because we have a very specific fish in the Sikara Lake. We call it billy, right?
Yeah.
Billy, yeah. Billy. But now the billy fish, that's usually we go to to Sikara. There are many store that sell billy fish, right? But now we still can find it. Many people will be surprised, because some of the fish now come from the Lake Toba. You know about it?
Yes.
You know it, right? Yeah. Our president, 2 years ago, not the present president, brought the fish from Sikara to Lake Toba,
Yeah.
and then it grow very rapidly, and also the size much bigger than that we have in Lake Sikara. So after that, because Sikara is very famous with this kind of fish, it's very specific endemic fish in this lake, and now we also have in Lake Toba. So the trader, or maybe also the middleman, you have to study about it. Bring the fish from Lake Toba, from North Sumatra to Sikara, and then sell it. So now not all of the fish come from our lake because of many problems. So I think there should be, your research is very important, because the problem, many cause of the problems such as overfishing, the use of electricity because of pesticide, and also maybe I'm not sure because is there any cramba there?
yes.
Karamba, yeah. The karamba, kind of fish cage that also we can find it in Mekong River,
Fish case.
Yeah. I traveled 2 months ago from Charlotte City by boat to Phnom Penh, Cambodia,
Yeah.
Maybe after this I will put in YouTube the video. That's the journey from Vietnam to Cambodia by boat. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So the people also have karamba in the lake, Bagan, yeah. This problem usually, and also in other lake, like Malinja, right? There are many fish cages there that produce kind of toxic gas. So that the fish that in the endemic fish in the lake die because of the toxic gas, methane or something like that. So I think this also happened in the Sikara Lake. So I think that's very a good point to do the research about what caused of the decrease of the amount of daily fish, in Lake Sukara.
So, based on your information, I think the quality of the fish in the Sikarak is good. Because people, the middlemen, just carry the fish from Toba
Yes,
and
yeah.
tell with the ranch of the Sikarak. No, that means that. So unfortunately, I would like to share with you the similar taste for the fishermen in the Mekong Delta of Vietnam. Because the Mekong Delta is very long and the Mekong River is very long and about go through 6 countries. From Malaysia, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia at the top. And when people build many dams, dam, energy dam. That means people with the government in the upstream will store the water, will keep water for agriculture and also for the electric. So that means the less water available for the people downstream. So that means no fish. And also the fish will be stuck at the dam. So people in my country and also in Cambodia, like gonna go with the decrease of fish in terms of species and also in terms of quantity. Yes. So I think the proposal very interesting.
Dr. Pham,
Yeah.
let me add something related with
Yeah.
the problem that you have in Vietnam, and also maybe in Cambodia, Laos, and also China. I was a professor at the university in Canada, long time ago, 1992 to 1993. I teach in Dalhousie University in Canada.
Yeah.
So one semester I brought my student from Canada to West Sumatra and also to Dalhousie University for about 1 month. And we also study about everything related to the environment, At the time the government started to build the PLTA, the hydroelectric power plant in Alu, I think you know, right? So usually the water only go east to the river Batang village, right? But when the government built the hydroelectric power plant, the water also go west to Alu and go to the Indian Ocean, So the flow of the water not only to the east but also to the west. So the surface of the water can decrease. I think you know it, right? Usually the level of the water may be about this high, and then when the water flow east and also west, the water decrease maybe 1 meter or 2 meters,
Yeah.
So actually the lake become smaller and smaller, and also it will also affect the environmental and the condition in the lake, so that the fish where the fish usually lay the egg, it can become destroyed, become dry, So that also the reason why the belly fish tend to decrease from time to time. Just the same is the problem that we have.
So I hope you will success with your proposal. How about you?
I'm planning to do my research in my village, and it's related to orange farmers, that I want to research about the analysis of the efficiency of production function. Yes, because in the last 2 years the production is significantly low, and I would like to find out what is the input production that affects the production, and I need to know what is the efficiency of the production function. using the crop glass formulation.
Yeah, maybe I'm not well about that.
Uh,
Yeah, common glass. I heard about that. But what kind of product or in the product in general?
Orange.
Orange, for orange. Yeah,
So in the last 2 years, the orange production is really low.
The orange production.
The orange production is going low.
When you mean orange production, that means you mean the yields of when farmer produce on the farm, or people don't want to grow any orange?
As my interview in general, that the farmers stop
Stop to grow.
stop because the fertilizer price is increased higher.
Ah, I
And
see.
They don't have any capital
To invest.
do that.
Yeah.
And I need to know
What the factor?
Yeah,
What the factor? So she would like to focus on the orange farmer and with the
Can
findings,
improve of that.
of your research, we have the orange farmer to find out the patterns, contribute mostly to the profit of the orange. Yeah, I'm not worried about the computer or the program, so but I know about that. That you used to do to identify the factor.
Yeah.
The factor affected to orange
Production.
yeah. Yeah. You already have very good proposal idea for the
Yeah, Dr. Pham,
Yes.
may I ask the question?
Yes, please.
What is it?
It's orange farming in Andeng Village, Suriki District 50 Kota Regency.
So you know what it caused the yield of the orange tend to decrease in your Anding, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's not far from my village. Sorry. Yeah. I am from Kranji.
Oh,
You know something in Kranji?
yes sir.
What?
Many teachers there.
Yeah, what? What about? About the house?
PNS.
You know the Barbie house?
Barbie.
Rumah Barbie, you know?
Barbie, I know sir.
Yeah.
I know. Barbie house. It's famous.
Yeah, that's my mother live there.
Oh,
We appreciate my
Oh,
house.
yes, in
Yeah.
Bayakubu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been to Bayakubu.
Mama Kota Regency is nearby by the city.
Yeah, so I think the reason, I think that's a good point also, you know, to do research, because not only in your village, in Anding, but also in the Suliki, Gunung Omen, and Koto Tinggi, something like that, the yield of the orange tend to decrease. Why? Because many reasons, many causes, you know. First is we have to give enough fertilizer to the crop, you know. But the price of the fertilizer now is very high.
Yes.
Tend to decrease, always decrease, you know, always decrease. You know, there is a saying last many years ago. The farmer sell orange to buy the cow.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yes.
They sell the orange to buy the cow.
To get the manure.
Or to buy the cow from the orange. You have the orange, you know,
Yes, yes.
and then you sell it to the market or to the middleman, and you get money.
Yes.
And you can buy cow or buffalo or maybe to buy the motorcycle, you know.
Yes.
So that means the farmer get money from the farming, you know. But now the farmer sell the cow to buy the fertilizer. You know? Last time we sell the orange to buy cow. Then we get high benefit, right? Now they sell cow to buy fertilizer. But the price of the orange is tend to increase. Why? Because many reasons. In that area, many kind of insect,
Yes.
that attacks the fruit and also the stem of the orange, so that the quality of the orange become decreased.
Yeah.
Usually we can sell it not only here but also to Jakarta and maybe some to
Why don't you
Singapore.
write down any
Yeah.
variable for you
Yeah.
with the
But now the quality, sometimes the orange good outside but
inside?
empty inside.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
Empty.
Because of the not enough fertilizer,
I
deficiency of calcium and also of potassium and also magnesium,
see. Yes.
I think that you are in the agribusiness, but you also study about the
You know calcium,
fertil-
Ca, calcium.
dasar-dasar ibu tanah, right?
Yes.
Pupuk dan pemukan. That's very important. So that's a good point to do the research in this area, because the government also have they cannot solve the problem, because it's very complicated. The price of the fertilizer, the attack of the insect, and also the disease, fungi that attack the root of the orange and also the stem of orange. That's a problem, And we can give, I think you can take a note also.
Yeah.
We can do organic farming by using the organic fertilizer. But that not solve the problem also, because if you give the more organic fertilizer, maybe from menu, the fruit of the orange, the taste is not good, not sweet,
Potassium.
Yeah.
You need potassium.
It's very complicated.
Yeah.
So that's a good point to do this.
Yeah. So if you can find articles or something related to this opinion, and also you can do the film like an in-depth interview. Yes, and you can have the variable for you to make into the program later on. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you may see me in the third floor of
Okay, sir.
the lifting,
Good in-depth interview.
May I quit?
Yes, with the lady at the end.
Well, my research is about the influence of audit management with audit research management.
Audit?
Research
Oh, I
in our area of operation. This study aims to know the level of effectiveness on human resource audit management in there, and also how does the effectiveness of it influence the marketing itself.
the audit.
Resource management influence the marketing.
The audit management influence the marketing. I think I could not able to give any idea on that. Yeah, because if you mention about audit, something related to more about economic, and my background not related to economic, but audit is a big problem in my country now, because the government wants to check the finance for each company and also for anything people do. So often the people ask, the government ask for audit every year in my university, and we have to follow that. So sorry. Yes. You want to read any?
I know nothing about that.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Sorry.
yeah.
How about you?
Oh my god, I got my share. Yeah, so actually Mr. Ardi has mentioned a little bit of my topic.
Yes.
It's about about the hydroelectric power of Singkara.
Yes.
So the problem is the existence of the solid waste in the Singkara lake. It could affect the water quality of the lake itself, And maybe it could reduce the water debit level that can be supplied to the electric dam.
Yes.
So which means that could affect the performance of the electric dam itself. And I want to like find out the economic value differences of the garbage itself.
The economic differences.
Yeah, marginal pollution economy.
Yeah. So it sounded interesting topic too, but actually I don't know how the system of the Singkara dam electric works.
Yeah.
And how it may affect to different groups of people.
Yeah, I think that's also very interesting topic to do your research. So what are you going to do?
I want to find the operational costs that's spent by the PLTA to treat the garbage, sir.
To treat
Yeah, the garbage. So yeah,
the garbage?
yeah,
What kind of garbage?
the household waste specifically.
Household waste.
So, what about the household? The waste?
Yeah, the waste.
So they put the waste into the
They throw the waste into the lake.
lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you want to know whether it will affect the quality of the water and also the debit of water in the lake?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Okay, you can do it, but the most important thing is why the water level tend to decrease from time to time, because of the deforestation around the lake, You have to do your research not only about the garbage, but you also, even though not only a very depth analysis or research about it, but you need to know how fast is the deforestation along the Singkara lake, in Sumani, in near the Super Hotel, Malala, something like that, and also in Ongilian, something like that. It will affect the number of the water that can retained by the forest or the hill or something like that, because of the people tend to open the land, cut the forest and also grow mostly the vegetable or animal crops, such as cassava and also corn, something like that. So the number of the water that can be stored by the soil become decreased, So that's why the water that can flow the lake become decrease, and the outlet become two, In the 90s, only one, now become two. So that's the most important cause that why the water tend to decrease, and also maybe when you cut the forest, there will be the soil erosion. I think that's also a problem in many areas. The soil erosion, so the soil will go to the lake, and the quality of the water will become water not clear anymore, become yellow, something like that. It will also affect the fish, the billy, and also affect the debit of the water that go to the tunnel, to the turbine or something like that. Yeah. I think better whether you will collect the what do you call it, secondary data, primary data. Maybe you collect the primary data from the household, right? But you need also to collect the secondary data from about the deforestation or something like that.
Yeah, but when you say the differences, so I wonder how can you find the differences? Differences before building the dam and now, or the differences between this area and other?
So the differences is between the circumstances when the caretakers doesn't exist,
Yeah.
and compared it when the caretakers exist.
How long does it?
exist there like for several years because like
Several years.
because of the like local behavior to just litter the waste into
No. Because when you say several years, so the 5 years, 10 years, okay. But 15 years, 20 years is your challenge. And people don't remember in the past what happened there. You can find some qualitative data, but quantitative data is hard for you to collect. So think about that. Yes, can you say the differences so that they like that?
Yes, I agree with you because they start to build the dam, you know, the hydro or electric dam in early 1990s, you know.
1990.
Yeah, I brought my student from Canada in 1993, so they just begin the construction at the time. I think the dam finished about 5 years after that, so it's already almost 25 years, you know. If you want to compare it, you have to get the data before that. I think 30 years ago. I think that's rather difficult to know about it because it's already one generation, you know. When the baby that born at the time now already get older, 30 years, just like you.
Yes,
You know?
exactly. So that is your challenge.
I think better you do your research about there are many kind of weeds in water, such as water hyacinth, you know, just like in Mekong River.
You know water
Echengondo. I think you know Echengondo. I think we also have Echengondo in Singara, right? Singara River. It will also affect the quality of the water and also affect the number of fish, something like that. I think that's more important than just to compare the people, the household, throw the garbage into the water. I think that's very small amount, you know. So the effect of the garbage disposal by the household around the lake is very small. You better do your research to see the effect of the weed, the water hyacinth, we call it chagon, you know, chagon.
Going to collect the primary data like your friends do, but you can finish your research with the only secondary data to do something for yourself based on that. Because if you don't collect the primary data, so your report look like a review paper or something. What do you think about that?
Since it's only like research about the volume, so for now I only got the data from statistic like institutions for like the past 15 years. So I will like just compare that because the scale is quite big, like Indonesia. So I think it's quite hard to do like numbering.
Yeah, I understand your work skill and the big data, but in order to pass this course, yes, the important thing is in order to pass this course, later on if you work for the company, that may be the duty your boss give it to you, it's okay. But now we study about the research later. So the requirement is all the learner have to follow and have to do something to apply what you have learned. And all what you do is only collecting the secondary data and analyze. So I wonder your teacher accept that or not. Yeah, if they accept that, it's okay. But if they require you something for yourself, it is different. Because I don't know the system here. But for me, if you do that, it doesn't matter how big it is. But in terms of the research, it's only collecting the secondary data and analyze. Yeah. And later on, how can design the research and how can to go to the collect the data and analyze to write a report is not involved in the that. So please contact your lecturer and get his advice. This is my own idea. Yeah, about that. Perfect, right. it met requires of the subject or not. It's very difficult to get all the data for 15 years. It's huge and it's costly. I don't know you have to pay or not, but in Vietnam, if I want to get the data from the statistics, I have to pay. But it's like ridiculous. Our government pay to collect that data, and they write a book and they sell that. It's not free. It's free, yeah. Yeah. So how lucky you are. No, it costs me in my country. How long is?
Hey, my name is Anna. So, my plan is I do the research in Jakarta.
Jakarta, yes.
So, there is an industry area, small industry area, where near of it there are an agricultural land.
Yes.
So my research is to discover about the negative externalities of these industries towards the agricultural land.
Yes.
But maybe the waste or the pollution towards the productivity or the effectiveness of the agriculture.
We have the same problem in Vietnam. When people build the industrial area, industrial zone, it will affect the people there. Not only in terms of the quality of the growth, environment, but also the social life. Because it realizes suburban, something like the middle between urban and rural area. That is new social life. And if you discover more about that, it's more interesting. Because people there is not urban, but not rural, something in between. Yes. And some people from the rural come to work in the urban, and sometimes they have to back that the society, they have to readapt. Because the social life is different. That is a very interesting topic, and now it's very, very interesting, especially after COVID-19. Because people move back from the big city back to the rural, and then they back again. So that's like the system. So we have two more. So what time is it?
6 minutes.
5 minutes to 11.
It's 5 minutes to 11. I think it, two of our friends will share with. Okay. I have another for you, but I think it's more interesting for you to share, and I give my experience and also the time for you to talk with the foreign people. Yes. Do you understand my voice?
Yeah.
Dr. Pham,
Yes.
I think if you don't mind, maybe we can continue, even though I don't know whether you have class today. 11? 11:10? Yeah.
Sorry. I will just highlight the picture for you to see it and disclose the last. Okay, boy.
Yeah, actually I'm still want to do some analysis for international trade, but
International.
it's focused on a rice commodity. As you know, Indonesia is one of the agrarian country, so our farming is very huge, but in fact we still do some import from some countries like Thailand and Vietnam also. So but in
Import, what
rice.
Oh, rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I sell it. We sell it for you, to you.
From Vietnam.
Yeah, from Vietnam.
So in fact I just got like some information that say our country do some like can fulfill
Self-sufficiency.
yeah, self-sufficiency.
Swasembada.
Yeah, swasembada.
I mean, your country can manage by your.
Yeah, in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, until 2022. So I just want to know why the government still do import while we can fulfill the self-sufficiency level, and what is the impact on the influence of the rice import to our farmers.
Yes.
So I think
Yes. I will tell you because I'm from Vietnam. And I share with you honestly about the rice. Yes. And your question is needs my understanding about that because the people in Indonesia would like to know why our government still buy rice from my country. Yes. But have you think if you produce 1 kilo of rice in your country, how much does it cost? And if you buy 1 kilo of rice in my country, how much does it cost? If you compare that.
yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Better to
Not
do
yet.
that.
Better to do that.
Yeah.
Because the scientific and the farmer in our country complain our government. Because our government has invested a lot of money for the irrigation system to produce a lot of rice, more than we need, and sell with the low or medium price.
Yes.
And the local farmer cannot get the profit by selling rice to other countries. I'm very sorry, but one of the countries is Indonesia. So if you think and you make the cost, if the local farmer here produce 1 kilo of rice, compare with the money your government buy 1 kilo of rice plus the transportation, and if you do that, your proposal, your report is perfect. And then you can debate on why your government continue to buy rice from Vietnam and other countries. Please do that. Yes.
So
Yeah.
the next one that I want to do is like, what is the impact of the local farmers about that import? So like the welfare of the farmers.
Yeah. So now if you think about the community level and you see in institutional level, you see the horizontal and vertical. So your proposal is two thing about that. Yes. Okay, good one. If you can do that, please.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, very good.
Not only rice, but also sugar, Better to import sugar than to grow sugar cane here.
Sugarcane.
Yes. Better to import it from,
Something if you buy it, it's cheaper than you grow it. You may grow it for food security only, but you cannot produce anything. You should make your choice which product is the best and make more profit for farmer than try to grow anything. You can grow for happy. You can grow for happiness later on. But if you think about the money, you have to make the choice. How about you, Miss?
My research is about the influence on digital marketing.
Digital marketing.
To
Yeah.
the MS and like the small business, especially in agribusiness. So I want to know about how the difference between the business that use digital marketing and one that
Yes. The digital marketing is only the new topic in my country now. Since last year, government highlight this digital marketing for agriculture, for producer, for the people, middlemen, and also for the household. That's just the beginning. Just the beginning in my country. In the document, they say digital agri-business or digital marketing, anything. But in the reality, it's not working yet, to be honest, in my country. So it's good if you can explore the current situation, how local people, household or producer can do that. But for all the product or one kind of product,
one kind.
yeah, it's better. Because at the beginning, the government cannot do, so please choose the main product and do it better for you. And it's enough for bachelor degree. So I think that is all the time. And I have a long PPT, but I don't have time to talk about that. I just want to show you briefly about, I just talk with your lecturer to identify more. But now, what we do now, we share the experience and we also say something for that. Oh, okay. I pass this. Okay. So this is the Mekong River. Yes. And it arrived in the Mekong River, and I'm living here in Long Sin City. And here it will border with Cambodia. Yes, yes. So the Mekong Delta is here, all of that, and part of the Cambodia. Yes. So you see, so come to visit my hometown and make the trip to Cambodia. If you contact Professor Ari, you will have to do it.
Next month.
Next month.
And you want to go with me next month? Yeah.
Next month. Oh yes, enjoy the trip. And a lot of water. A lot of water. No, I just want. Oh, see. The problem in the Mekong Delta is now the reduce of water available. You see different country at different years people make the note how high the water level is, and this is very low. That means we don't have a lot of water now. Like I mentioned no fish because no water. You see how differences among the years? Yes. You have been here, Professor. You have been this area when people the Cham village.
Yes.
Yes.
Also to the floating rice. I think you don't have no more floating rice now.
In the protected area,
yeah.
not natural.
Yeah.
What is that? The flooding. The flooding in the Mekong Delta like this everywhere, water and water. No, I just would like to show you the picture where that is we used to have a lot of rice, but now because of lack of water and also because of the demand of market, people try to grow a lot of fruit. Yeah, but the problem is in terms of planting, we don't have the really appropriate plant. Which area for fruit and which area for rice, just like the meat, and it's very difficult to manage that in terms of water, irrigation, and all the transportation to take out the product. Yeah. And it's very funny that you see the integrated farming system. Now people grow a lot of many trees together, many crops together to create an income. Please, how many crops can you find in this picture? Because I'm thinking about agriculture economics. So people in my country think about the short-term crop to protect, to provide the income for the longer crop. So you see the jackfruit, the pineapple, the lotus, and also the bean on the, how many chili, somewhere in Indonesia, I think you can find that, where people think about how to make the circle of income. Yes. So that's it. That is the tree before I prepare the PPT for you. So you can find. I found those books is very useful. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? Or any? If not, can we have the photo together before we end?
Yes, before we take a photo, I think let me say something. I think this we got a lot of information and also very interesting. I have been teaching for almost 44 years, and I got the new knowledge from this class. And your example about the research, how to go to Vietnam by boat or by airplane or maybe next time by a train if we have a tunnel under the sea. That's very interesting example for us to do research. Many ways that we can use to reach the goal. or the objective of the research. So hopefully after this we will also have another class with maybe tomorrow you will have also.
The student from agriculture technology just give me the message to know about the topic. I will discuss with them tomorrow, but I haven't sent it to them.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can also, if you have time, you may join the Pham class and also other activities that we have with our student friend from Pham and Cambodia. I think tomorrow morning we will have in KL, right?
Yes.
Please come, and I think this also open our mind to about Vietnam. So if you like to go to Vietnam, we have the Pham there. I will go to Vietnam maybe the end of this month or the first week of July. Depend on I promise with our ambassador in Vietnam also the alumni of Andalas University. I think you know, right? Pak Dini Abdi, he graduated from Faculty of Economy. So we are going to do something. So if you want to go to Vietnam, it's very cheap, you know. Compare if you go to Jakarta, it's cheaper to go to Vietnam. The ticket price very reasonable, you know. So we have a friend, you better go with them and then maybe to meet the Pham and then in Vietnam. So let us give applause to Pham and thank you very much. Hope to see you